Hello, this is the Liberty Sphere Report. I'm Anthony G. Martin. The NRA, the National Rifle Association, is quickly showing itself to be no friend of real gun rights or the liberties that we are guaranteed as Americans. The latest debacle, among many of late, is the NRA's deal with leftists in Congress with the support of Andy Stern's SEIU, the State Employees Workers Union, to silence small advocacy groups such as Gun Owners of America and many others. This would give large monoliths such as the SICU and the NRA enormous power and influence while making sure that the little guys have no voice. SEIU, of course, is the left-wing nutcase union that bullied town hall protesters last summer, along with the thugs of ACORN. The group is known to advocate for the demise of capitalism in favor of an all-controlling, oppressive big government. The NRA is now in bed with that outfit, but that's not all. The NRA also endorsed Ohio Governor Ted Strickland, a liberal, because back in the 90s he opposed an assault weapons ban. Now, I am just as much against such bans as anyone, but the endorsement of Strickland highlights a big problem with single-issue organizations such as the NRA. The group apparently believes that you can separate gun rights from all rights, the liberties that we enjoy as Americans. Such reasoning is not only laughable, it is insanity. What good are gun rights if you live in a society that is dominated by a government where your every move is closely watched, where it is dictated to you what you eat and what you drive, and where your gun rights are restricted in the areas of when, where, and how you can carry them? The NRA supports individuals who actually weaken gun rights in the end. When liberties are squelched, gun rights will ultimately suffer. This has always been the case in the history of the world. This is the very thing that is happening with Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid, for example, whom the NRA has endorsed. Now, if you call the NRA office, they will give you some song and dance about how they have not endorsed Harry Reid, but they've done so in the past. And the local newspaper in Las Vegas quotes NRA head Wayne Lapierre as giving a ringing endorsement of Harry Reid. They do this because supposedly Reid is a friend of the Second Amendment. How can they possibly say that when he has supported legislation that directly attacks the liberties delineated in the Bill of Rights and supports individuals such as Supreme Court nominee Elena Kagan, who has stated on the record that she is not sympathetic at all to the right of citizens to keep and bear arms? In actuality, Reid is an enemy of gun rights because of the company he keeps and because of the individuals he supports. Yet the NRA claims he is a friend of the Second Amendment simply because he secured funding for a shooting range in Nevada where gun owners who are oblivious to the broader issues of personal liberties can go and shoot their weapons, even though I doubt Reid would be in favor of open and free carry of firearms as the Constitution protects in the Second Amendment. This kind of asinine thinking on the part of the NRA, the willingness to cut deals with the devil in order to get some small crumb off the table of leftists, leads to sheer madness. When you cut a deal with the devil, in the end, you have hell to pay. This country faces an assault on our liberties as never before in our history. And rather than doing something to change it, the NRA has thrown the weight of its support behind politicians and legislations that is contributing to the problem. This cannot be tolerated. There are other groups to which gun owners can go for a much more rational approach to gun rights advocacy. An advocacy that knows that you can't adequately defend gun rights without defending all of our rights. Perhaps it's time for NRA members to cut up their membership cards. This has been the Liberty Sphere Report. I'm Anthony G. Martin.